All right. I am doing the peer evaluation for Christine Betker, and she have been noticing your neighbor lesson from the Organizing Together manual. Strengths of the lesson. In the beginning, I thought it was good. She gave an example. The students all shared about, or she asked them questions about their neighbors and to kind of explain what a neighbor is and what a neighbor does. And then she gave a good example of how her neighbor had helped her when they needed milk for their mac and cheese and stuff. So it's good to make those real life connections so the students can understand that that's their neighbor as well as their neighbor at school. And about 6 minutes in, I thought it was really good to relate to the students and find out what their likes and dislikes are when describing tolerance. So I thought that was good. As far as the implementation fidelity, I thought the lesson was adjusted really well to the students. Like Christine made the lesson her own, is what I'm trying to say. But the lesson still followed the exact steps, but she made it her own. Kind of went into detail about a neighbor, what a neighbor is, what a neighbor does, likes and dislikes of the students. I thought that was really great to get them involved and do those kind of things. The lesson progression was the same and the steps were the same. I thought she did a really good job adjusting when students had incorrect answers that didn't really make sense. I thought it was good that she corrected them. Throughout the lesson, she gave good prompts to the students as well. But fidelity-wise, the lesson was given in the exact steps that it is in the Organizing Together manual. But she made it her own. So that was really good. I had a couple things written down for improvement, or one thing mainly. For the model, I thought instead of sitting down with the student, which was good, but I thought for the model, instead of sitting down with that student, I think that she should have done the model herself and done think aloud. Providing a model, I think, is more so for you to do it and not, and to demonstrate it. And you can ask the student questions, but I think after, like, I think you should do the whole model first, instead of, practicing with them. And maybe that's wrong. But I think it's better to give that good example in doing think aloud. So asking yourself those questions, like, let me show you how to do this strategy. We'll pretend I'm a student, and Miss Bodie asks us a question or tells us to turn to a certain page, and what do we do? What do we not do? Those type of things, but still pretend to be the student. I think that would have been good. Instead of writing on the board, maybe have the students write, or have the students give examples of the steps and have them write on the board if you're going to do that kind of stuff. But I think the main thing was maybe for that model part, have them do that more in the guided practice part instead of in the model is just kind of explaining to them what the lesson is and what you're going to be doing. But I thought she had a really great lesson. It was good pace. She was clear and concise. A couple times, kind of went back and looked at the lesson and what she was talking about. But that also happens when teaching a regular lesson in school. Sometimes you forget where you are. You're like, oh, where am I at? And then find that spot and talk about it. But I thought it was a great lesson. She really made it her own. I think the students really understood what she was saying too, and they got to talk about their likes and dislikes, and that's always fun for the students. So she made it fun for them, and that was good. Thank you.